Hi, my name's Chuck Ham. I run a knife shop in my backyard called Saratoga Steel, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to power your 2x72 belt grinder or any other device that needs a powered motor with variable speed from a KBAC 24D motor controller made by KB Electronics and a 1 horsepower 3-phase DC motor in order to run that belt. I've been making knives for about 4 months, and I started just like everybody else does who just gets started out making knives. I used a wheel grinder to start, and then I decided I was going to make myself a 2x72 belt grinder. Made this new 2x72 belt grinder. Now, the problem is the other day as I was using it, for all of you that make knives already, you know you dip your knife in water, you keep the heat down in the metal in order not to stress it too much, and the motor controller blew up. Now I have this motor controller. It's an MC60, just like everybody else runs for their treadmill motor. It was built into this box by a guy on eBay. It's a really cool device. It wasn't a bad device. The only problem was it's not waterproof, right? So I would shock myself on these switches, and eventually this switch went bad. This is your run resume, and after a while it blew some circuits inside, so some of the resistors went bad. And that's by no fault of the manufacturer who built this. He did a great job. Let's just say things went bad. Instead, I got the KBAC 24D, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So I'm in New York State, and I'm here in America, so you're going to see everything here is based on American background, right? So the plugs we use, the voltage, so it'll be 60 hertz, 110 AC, all that stuff is American standard. I'm going to be running it off a regular plug. So word of caution, I can't tell you how to be safe with this. I'm not an electrical engineer. You need to do what you know you're capable of, and if you cannot build plugs or you've never done it before, this will show you how to do it. It doesn't mean that you should do it. If you're nervous doing it, ask someone who knows, get an electrical engineer, or buy a plug. I just want to show you the device right here. This is the KBAC 24D module. It is a swing open module, and they open up. So this is the device right here. As you can see, it's got a potentiometer for high speed, low speed. It's got a stop switch here, so it goes down to stop and then hold up and let go. A momentary switch. I'm going to put this switch in, and I'm going to put this switch in. I'm also going to show you how to set up the internals of your box for American standard for 1 horsepower, run at 1 time speed. Then I'm going to show you how to take some standard cord wire with 3 cables, black, white, and green, and then a 3-phase motor cable, which is red, black, white, and green, how to wire your motor up, how to wire a cable, and then how to make it ultimately work. We're going to see it run before the end of this video. So I suggest you get these waterproof conduit holders. These ones are the ones that go into the bottom here in order to keep this sealed from dust. You can buy these online. I can tell you right now, I got these at Lowe's. They were $2 each, maybe. Here is your part number. Nylon liquid tight fitting type B. It's a 1/2 inch knockout. They are already pre-knocked out. There is a third one here if you have to use a third. I don't know why you would do that, but these 2 are the only ones you're going to need, so you're going to need 2 of these. As a note, you can get however much wire you want. This was $1.16 a foot. It's a 3 cable wire. It's got green, white, black. It's a standard cable. This was $2 at Lowe's as well. You can get a fancier one if you want, but this will do just fine. And then you're going to need the 4 wire to hook up your 3-phase motor properly. So let's start with making the cable that's going to plug your controller into the wall. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver and a straight slot screwdriver, some scissors. I like to use heat shrink because I'm a heat shrink fiend. You're going to need some strippers, pliers, a cutter, your fitting, your wire for your cable. You're going to need a fitting to go on the captive screw for your green or your common. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is cut back about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of the black shielding. Then you're going to have 3 wires. From those 3 wires, you're going to strip just about a 1/2 inch of each wire and prepare your green wire or your common to use this thing for the captivative screw. is we're going to use a little bit of heat shrink because I love heat shrink. It's awesome. It holds the wire it holds it pretty good so that you don't have to worry about it coming loose. So what I'll do is slide this down onto the green wire a little bit and clamp it down. Again, this is the green wire, or the common. All right, now that we have our plug prepared, it's time to hook it up to the block on the right hand side. This will be your line in power, and on this will be your green common. Feed in your cap for your watertight seal. You're also going to want to feed on this portion that's going to go through the knockout. Then you're going to place it through the knockout up in here. And if you're lucky, it goes easy. There you go. I probably should have told you this in the beginning. This shouldn't be attached to any power. Now that's installed. Bingo. That goes down in. Screw this in. Unscrew the plug that you have, whichever kind you got. I just have a little 3-plug, black to brass, white to bright, green to green. Or at least that's what my dad told me. So I'm gonna just listen to what he had to say for once, finally. Put the cap on first. Don't make the mistake like I did. Put all this work into this and not put the freaking cap on. Now that you have them all screwed in, pull the cap up, tighten it down. It's the same order of operations. You put the wire through the cap, put the cap back on, slip it through the knockout like so, and screw that puppy in. You'll see there's already a wire on there. Leave that one there. But you can see the green one goes into the post down there. So red, black, white. Okay, so in the end, 2 wires going in, and it should look like this. Greens to either side, red, black, white on the left, black, white on the right. So this will be the on-off switch. This will actually provide power to the unit, and you'll be able to use the start and stop switch to remain at whatever speed your potentiometer is set at. This just delivers power to the device, and I like that option so I don't have to unplug it, like I said. So same thing here. You're going to put the slot in this device down to correspond with this slot, indicating that down is off, up is on. Now that switch is in. Now in order to wire this, you'll notice that there's 2 blue wires and 2 red wires. Is you're going to take these 2 jumpers off. This is line 1 AB, line 2 AB, which is corresponding with line 1 and line 2 on your cable coming in from the wall for your 110. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop these off, put the blue wires on one side, put the white wires on the other. So as I'm making this video right now, I realized I did not show you how to do the forward stop reverse switch. It's very simple. As you open up your case, you'll notice that there is up in the top left corner another jumper with a white wire. It says forward COM REV. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put the switch into the casing front with the notch facing down, tighten it all up, put the waterproof switch cover on, and then those 3 wires go to where that jumper is. You pull that white jumper off, you put the yellow and white on the top, the green and white in the middle where it says COM, and then the red and white on the bottom where it says reverse. So again, yellow, green, white. That will make it so when the motor is faced with the left side pulley, it will rotate forward on the left side. If you want it the other way, you would switch the yellow and red wires, so the red wires on top, the yellow wires on the bottom, meaning that if it's rotating on the right side, it's in forward. People will tell you it tracks funny forward and reverse. I haven't had a problem with it yet, but I forgot to tell you and I wanted to make sure that I put it in there. Upper left-hand corner, you'll find another white jumper, so keep your eye out for that. All right, it's time to wire the motor. As you can see, I have a North American Electric motor. It's NEMA rated at 60 hertz. I said 3700, it's 3520, but that's pretty fast. You can see here weighs 23 pounds. It's got a bunch of interesting information on here. Definitely North American made. Utilize this document here off of the motor. It's the 208 or 230 volt. This is for running off of 220. This is for running off of 110, which is what we're going to do. It tells you have to wire specific things specific ways. So you'll see here T4 5 to 6, T7 to 1, T8 to 2, T9 to 3, and these go to your black, white, and green. So, or excuse me, black, white, and red. Hooked up my green to the ground. You can see it comes with its own waterproof cover. So green goes to ground back there. You'll have a similar one somewhere in this box. Then you'll have, you'll see here they're T1, 2, and 3. I based it on this, T1, 2, and 3. You can put to any single one of these. It doesn't matter, red, black, or white. But I just put it in as how it's in here. So red, black, white goes to T1, T2, T3, red, black, white, and matches. So this motor's a lot bigger, and I mean a lot bigger than the old one. So we're gonna have to modify the frame just a little bit. I'm gonna have to cut just a little chunk out to pull it up close to the back of this grinder. Okay, the grinder is all set up, mounted on the wall, wired in, motor's leveled. All this stuff is in line now. Took a little while to straighten up, but it's all good to go. You'll notice it's not plugged into the wall yet. That's a 30 amp socket. I'm going to show you a couple things with the internals you should set up for your motor. One, as running a 1 horsepower motor, I can run the full power of this. You want it on 1 horsepower. For fractional motors, you can go all the way down to 1/8 speed, or 1/8 horsepower. Over here, you're going to set it to auto, because I don't have a jog switch. You'll have to use that, I think, if you have a jog switch. Here is a 1 times multiple. It's a 3200 RPM motor, a 3500 RPM motor. If it was 1800, I'd double it to make it go faster if it was rated properly, but this I only need it at 1 times. You can switch the jumper down to make it 2 times. Same thing with the frequency, remains at 60. There is another adjustment that I'm going to do, and that is for acceleration and deceleration. I want to put this at its fastest acceleration and fastest deceleration, meaning it will start up super fast and it will stop super fast. The reason I want it to stop super fast is for safety reasons. In case something gets stuck in there, I can shut it off real quick, and I want it to excel fast because I don't like to wait. So pretty much that's it. I'm gonna button this up and then we're gonna grind with it after I plug it in. One horsepower motor on a piece of mild steel. Switch on, forward. This is an old 36 grit ceramic belt. The KBAC 24D with a 1 horsepower motor. It lagged. I pushed really hard to see if I could get it to stop. You can get it to stop if you press really hard, but this is an old belt. It's supposed to be run really fast. Even at 60%, you can still run it pretty hard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the whole video. For those of you that made it through the entire video, I appreciate it. I hope it helped. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hate mail, send it my way. Hopefully I'll be making some more videos on how to do knives and wiring and building shelves and things like that. It's not a business yet, but Saratoga Steel is coming around, so keep your eyes open. Talk to you soon.